Hello and welcome everyone to another builder tutorial. This tutorial is only going to be focused on Zerg versus Terran specifically, and it's going to show a little bit more into the mid game, and it's actually going to show full games and see what happens in these and how the build order works. But before I start, I really want to extend massive thank you to the subreddit All Things Zerg, their moderator team, and everyone who watched the previous video and gave me feedback. It was incredible. I don't know. I feel so thankful for everyone who watched and basically gave me feedback and all the positive reinforcement. Anyways, so today we're gonna go with a ZvT build, and this build is gonna start out just like the other one, but I'm gonna go over it again for new people. So I'm gonna go a 17 hatch, a 17 gas, and then a 16 or 17 pool. So if you go here, when I have 17 supply, I'm gonna send down a drone to the to my natural, build a hatch. I'm gonna build another drone, build an extractor, and in this case I build another drone, and then I build a spawning pool when I have the money. Then I'm gonna drone up to 19 supply, and then I'm gonna build an overlord and wait till the spawning pool pops. When the spawning pool pops, we're gonna have about 100 gas, which means we can get speed, and we're gonna have enough money to build 2 queens and 2 sets of lings. So as we see here, when the spawning pool pops, 4 lings, speed, and 2 queens. The second queen might be a little bit late, but that's totally fine. Okay, a very important distinction to make. In the previous build order we pulled out of gas here at this time, but in this build we're gonna keep 3 drones in gas. It's very important. And now after we built these 4 links, usually I got Reaper pressured, so I built 4 more links to be safe. But you're basically gonna drone up till between 31 and 33 supply. When you're at between those supply, you're gonna drop a roach swarm. I dropped it here so you couldn't as easily be scouted by the Reaper. And when you drop the roach swarm, it's very important to not build anything except 3 overlords. When you drop the roach swarm, you should also build 3 overlords. Gonna see here. 3 overlords, and then we're just gonna save all our larvae. Okay, so we save all our larvae until this roach swarm pops. Try to keep up on our injects, and now we see the second the roach swarm pops, we build 5 to 6 roaches, and that's all the roaches we're gonna build. That's very important too. After you build the initial 5 to 6 roaches, you only build lings, because lings reinforce so much faster. We're going for the kill here. It's very important to know. Anyways, so now we're just gonna rally to his base. Okay, this is basically the time we go for the kill, because this is the time where a Terran sets up. Like, all of his production is in the making. You see, it's like he only has a couple of Hellions out, and when we're at his base, we're gonna morph Ravagers. You should morph as many as you can, but the gas is gonna be the limiting factor here. So before you go in for attack, morph like 3 to 4 Ravagers. That's like the optimal. And then we're gonna send in the Roaches and the Ravagers first, because they're more tanky, and specifically against Hellion they're so much more effective than Lings. So ideal scenario, we send these in, we kill the Hellions, and then we can send in our Lings. But we're completely gonna ignore the Gnat. You see here, like I don't care about these SCVs. I'm going for the kill here, and I don't kill him by killing his Gnat. I kill him by coming up here. So he runs up here. I see that the supply depot is down. Then I just send all the lings in, because the goal is to get the lings up in the production line. If we get lings up in the production lines, we're most of the time gonna win, because then you can't spawn any more units, and then it's basically over. And as you saw there, we just straight up win, because we had so much more supply. So now I'm gonna show you another game, and I'm gonna skip over the opening and go through a little bit more of my thought process. Okay, so in this game, is basically going to showcase the importance of sending out a drone scout at 14 when you go for this build, especially on a 4-player map. So I explained the opening last time and in previous videos. In this game I'm basically gonna skip it and just fast forward. Okay, so I do the normal opening as I've done all the other games, but this time I don't send out a 14 drone scout. And as you can see here, this is gonna be extremely troublesome because I'm not gonna be able to find out where he is, because he's opposite. So my 2 first overlords are not like gonna scout in time. Okay, so now that we've done the opening, basically we drone to about 31 to 33 supply. See, and then we stop. Then we drop the roach warren, and then we build 3 overlords. I built 1 too few this game. Very important to note. You should build 3 because that's like optimal. And then we just pump out 5 to 6 roaches again. Second pops, and then we build no more roaches. Okay. Then we just build links, as you can see here. And here is why it's so important to scout. Okay, so far I've scouted this. I don't know if he's here. He might just take a very late expansion. So he might be here. And I haven't scouted anything of this. The only place I know he's not is here. So this is why you should always send out a drone scout. It's very important to like go to the right place, as you can understand. But after this, now I'm just massing up Zerglings, and as you see here, they went for the wrong way for a little while. But then this overlord scouts that he built supply depot, but they're not always gonna build anything here. So at this time I got lucky. Also a very good reason why you should always drone scout at 14. Okay, so here in the previous game I said you should always go in with the roaches and the ravagers, and you should always morph ravagers before you go in. But here I make the judgment call because he scans here. So he sees my roach warren, he sees I'm not going lair or anything, which means he's probably sensing the Allin. And I've already seen 2 supply depots here. So he's walling off, I know this. So I don't want him to have time to completely wall off, because that's gonna make his units much more effective, obviously. So here I send in the first links. Okay, this is basically to cause chaos and try to pick off a couple of important units in the beginning. Because at the moment, he doesn't, like, I'm throwing every bit of money I have into units right now. But he's still teching and stuff like that. And he's trying to build up his economy, which I'm not. So my units are worth less than his. So I get 2 Hellions, which is actually quite good. But now, it's very important that I also get in to the base. So I go make everyone attack the same target, in this case the bunker, so I can get in. And now I'm in. So the second I'm in, which is the most important part, I start building Ravagers. It's very important to have Ravagers, also just because of the Liberator. 3 Ravager shots kills a Liberator, which is very important, because otherwise the Liberator can slowly kill us. So when he sees here, like now I get him in the base with the links. This is very important. This stalls, he doesn't get any economy. This is perfect. But this Liberator here, when he sees my Ravagers finish morphing, he unsieges, which means the Liberator is currently useless, because I have nothing air, which means that he can't attack. And this is the strength of the Ravager. Like if he sieges, I just instantly kill his Liberators. His Liberator. And that would just kill him. So basically here I'm just doing massive economic damage, and it's enough to kill him. So I hope this guide was thorough enough and that you can pwn some Terrans on the ladder. But if you have any questions at all, just type it in the comments, and I will make sure to answer them. And I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.